This is our top 5 destinations for 2024. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm Kevin.
I'm Larika.
And we are Retired Road Tripping. We've been full-time on the road traveling in our RV for about 1.5 years now. And one thing we do is every year while we're traveling, we call them loops. The reason why we call them loops is we're always back here in Arizona at our home base, and then we loop around, go visit parts of the country, and we always make it back here in time for the holidays. So what we're going to be doing now is sharing with you our favorite destinations, excursions, things we did for our 2024 loop. The year's over and we want to share with you some of the best times we had this year. So get ready. Here we go. This is our top 5 destinations for 2024.
So we are going to actually, there's no particular order for our top 5. We're just going to do them basically in the order that we did them, just for keeping track purposes. That's how we roll. I did want to say before we get started, I am sorry about the sunglasses. It is a beautiful day actually in Arizona, and it's quite sunny right here. So we had no option but to wear these. Anyway, it won't take away from our top 5, right?
I guess we're kind of lucky, a blessing and a curse, that it's the middle of December and we're wearing shorts and t-shirts in the blazing sun here in Arizona, 70 degrees. So for the rest of you guys around the country that are dealing with blizzards, we're sorry.
Not really.
Not really.
Just kidding.
By the way, how do y'all like the Superstition Mountains in the background?
Yeah.
Looks great.
And our saguaro cactus.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so in no particular order, the first one that we, destination that we absolutely enjoyed and loved getting to do was Port Aransas in Texas.
Right there along the Texas Gulf Coast, just south of Corpus Christi. Port Aransas is such a cool little beach town. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of Jimmy Buffett like all the time, just beach bum lifestyle.
Mexico vibes.
Yes, it really does.
For sure. Such a cute little town that we just love spending time in. We had such a good time. This is the first place I feel like we really busted out our e-bikes. Yes. And they kind of took us to where we needed to go, but we got to see it up close and experience it the way now it's like we compare everything.
Oh yeah.
You know, as far as when you're on your e-bikes, it is so much. We say it all the time, but you are just more in it.
The little downtown area of Port Aransas is very tight, and driving around in the dually, it was hard to park. We did it the first day, and it was hard to park, and then we realized that everybody either has golf carts or e-bikes.
Yep.
And you ride them along the beach from the RV resort all the way into downtown.
The sand is packed, and most of your resorts that sit off of where we were, there's a little ramp that you go on and you just get right onto the beach, and then you take it down to where you want. Several different exits depending on what you want to do. The downtown area has tons of restaurants and bars and shops and oh boy, all kinds of kitschy, touristy, knickknacks and stuff. And it's fun to kind of ride around and just explore.
Oh yeah, they've got a great pier. We were able to ride out onto the pier, and then there was a fishing pier that you walk on. That was a lot of fun. And the beach, you can drive your vehicles right out on the beach. So whenever we went on the beach, we took the truck, backed it right up into the water, and took all of our beach stuff out and set up our little base camp. And we just had a great time at Port Aransas.
Yeah, we were able to get up one morning and do a sunrise, which was beautiful. Everything was so convenient there. It was just, we had really good weather, which made it so great for the beach, and then just different things that we were doing.
This was probably the last couple weeks of February this year that we were there, and we couldn't have asked for a better time in Port Aransas, Texas.
Yep.
Right. Our next destination that we just absolutely loved this year was Williston, Florida. Some of you guys might be saying, what in the heck is Williston, Florida? It's inland, but if you know RV life and you know that area, Williston is home to Devil's Den, Silver Springs, and Rainbow Springs, all in that immediate general area.
And such a treat to go and explore in this little town. The natural springs, if you haven't done them, are just amazing. They're so incredible to look at. And I don't know. They're just, you kind of almost can't believe that they exist. So we had a great time going and exploring different natural springs, like Kevin said. We love Devil's Den. It's just magical down there. It is cold and it was warm for us. So, but because it stays at a constant, but it's, if you haven't done it, you need to do it at least once. Yeah. It is beautiful. It's magical, just is so unlike anything else we've ever done. And it's always something that we wanted to do on our list. Right. So we had such a good time doing that.
And then Silver Springs is an actual state park, and you do kayaking down Silver Springs, and it's a natural spring, and there's manatees. We saw alligators, there were snakes, and lots of wildlife in the water and everything else. They said that there are monkeys there. We never saw the monkeys.
No, we didn't see the monkeys.
They didn't come out, but kayaking Silver Springs was absolutely amazing. Yeah. You can bring your own kayaks, or you can rent them there. We actually did a glass bottom tour where we had the clear bottom, and then we were part of a tour group that went around and they were explaining everything to us. Yeah. And it was one of the best days being in that area.
Yeah, we had a great time. I will say this, the tour is worth it. Yes. You don't, however, in my opinion, need the glass bottom kayak. I think any kayak you have works. They're not that easy to see out of anyway. But what a cool little experience, because they take you to all the little nooks and crannies of where everything is. We got to see baby alligators that had hatched and a mama protecting them. Oh, yeah. Like you said, the manatees, and all in their like natural habitat, which just was so amazing. And then on top of it, have a tour guide let us know all about it. So super, super great.
And then we also went to a little place called Rainbow Springs where you could tube. Yeah. You actually got tubes, and we tubed down the spring river. And again, it was another natural spring river, so it wasn't too cold. Right. And that was a couple hours of just relaxing, sitting on the tube and floating by and seeing different wildlife there. Not as much as Silver Springs, but it was still such a cool adventure and such a cool thing to be doing. And we just had a blast doing that.
We did. And it's really cool to see how, like, the houses that were in that area too. Yeah. The water is beautiful. I got in it several times because I got pretty warm. It was just, I know, it was a fun day. It was a really fun day.
If you go to that Devil's Den area, because everybody always talks about Devil's Den here in YouTube land, take an extra couple of days and visit some of the other natural springs. There's a lot more to do in that area. Williston, Florida.
Okay, next one on the list is the Florida Keys. I don't know any RVers that don't want to, especially if you're from the West Coast like we are, that don't want to go and check out the Florida Keys. You've seen so many videos on it. And so we chose to go ahead while we were in Florida. We did 5 weeks in Florida this year. And it's still not enough. I mean, Florida is such a big state, so we do have to go back.
So we were there in April, so it was already sort of getting warm. But we are from Arizona, so we're used to the warm weather. Yeah. But the water, everywhere we went, the water was crystal blue. We visited a couple different state parks. So we went down to Key West and experienced everything that Key West has to offer down there and had a great time. But I would probably say out of the 2 weeks, my favorite day, and I'm pretty sure it's yours too, Robbie's at Isla Mirada.
Yeah, we went and did a snorkeling tour, and it was so incredible. Yes. It was so incredible. They took us out on their big, like a pontoon boat, and because it was a little going into the off season, it was so not crowded. There was barely even anybody on the boat, according to them, and you could tell. And it was just incredible. The water is what the Keys are known for, obviously, and getting in the water and seeing all of the fish and the different colors. And so we got to experience that. And what a gift, because wow, was that amazing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Robbie's of Isla Mirada is a famous place to go because they have the tarpon feeding, and they have all sorts of different fishing tours and boat tours and things like that. And the snorkel tour wasn't that expensive at all. And I think we were gone about 3 hours. They take us out about a half an hour out into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean around these reefs, and then jump in. It was funny because the guy running it on the boat looked at us, everybody, and said, "Pool's open, have fun."
And they do a great job of just answering questions and giving you that feel that you want when you're going out and you're exploring their area. The two guys on the boat were amazing. They live in the Keys, so they just knew every answer. And I don't know, for us, because our going to the beach and the ocean, it's the Pacific Ocean, usually in California, growing up in Arizona. So it's just so different, the water and the fish and the videos do it no justice. But what a beautiful experience and so much fun. Best day in the Keys by far.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So Florida Keys, one of our favorite destinations. Make sure you put it on your list. All right, so the next one, number 4 on our list, again, in no particular order, Washington, D.C. I have a love for Washington, D.C. just because love of country and everything that Washington, D.C. stands for. Politics aside, Washington, D.C. is an incredible place for history. I've had the opportunity to go to D.C. several times for work during my career as a police officer, but this year getting to go back not working and experiencing Washington, D.C. and all it has to offer was such a special time for me, and I'm almost speechless just thinking about it.
It was an incredible experience, and I love that this time we were in our RV and we took our home and we got to experience it. There's something about freedom and then literally living. We've said so many times on the channel, we are so grateful and we are so blessed to doing this life. And so in the last 18 months, we've reflected on how amazing it has been to live in this country. We've seen some of the most beautiful things in the last 18 months that we didn't even know were out there. And so just having that, I don't know, it all kind of, it's like, and then you go to, like you said, the birthplace of our country and just the history, and I don't know, there's just something so special about it. And we had our home with us and we were doing it on this loop. You know, yes, we were there for Police Week, but will we go back? Absolutely. So it's not a destination that a lot of RVers would say you need to go and do. I think that if you have a chance to go and do it, you need to go do it. And that way you can do it on your grounds. You know, what suits you, because it is an amazing place. You can take as little or as much time as you want.
So Washington, D.C.
Yep.
Number 4 on our list.
Do it. Okay, and last but not least,
probably if we had to rank them in order for our 2024 loop, this probably is my number 1. I would probably say you too.
Yeah, for sure. It's my number 1.
Yeah.
And we just actually didn't even pick a place.
No.
It's Door County, Wisconsin.
Yes.
And I feel like we spent a lot of time there this summer, and it did not disappoint. And it's so much more than just one place in Door County. Yeah,
we spent 2 months, the whole month of July, whole month of August, and basically said, we're going to spend the summer in some place and plant. And for those of you guys that have watched the videos, you know, in the middle of our trip there, we flew home to meet our new granddaughter when she was born and everything else. So that's why we were there a lot longer. But Door County is so big for a small place.
So much fun going and exploring all the different little towns and what they have to offer.
We got to do a couple of fish boils and a shrimp boil, and Peninsula State Park was one of our favorite places that we've been to. All the cool little restaurants and shops and just places to visit, and the lighthouses and the little beaches.
Ooh, the Thirsty Cow.
Yeah.
That's where we played trivia.
Yeah.
Like
our favorite bar. Yeah.
Yeah. So many things to do. And so, like, I don't know, just low key, chill.
We experienced our first small town 4th of July parade this year,
which we've never done. That was incredible.
And we did several videos on Door County. You know, you can go back and watch some of those if you're interested in some more details of the places we were. Yeah.
I love that it was, we were getting out, but it was green, and it was, you could smell the flowers, and again, did a ton of e-biking, a ton of hiking. We love the Eagle Trail hike. We did that several times. Just so much to see in Door County. And it's like beautiful weather while you're there. So it just checks off so many things. And I don't know. We loved it. We loved exploring there.
Absolutely. So you know, number 5 on the list, but probably number 1 in our hearts.
Probably is number 1 on this loop for sure. Although, again, we've been to a lot of places, and some are better than others, but we do try to walk away and take something from each place that we've been. Right. So it's important to us to do that, because every place does have something to offer.
All right. So there you have it. Our top 5 destinations on our 2024 loop.
Yeah.
Have you been to any of these places? Do us a favor. leave us a comment down below and let us know, did we forget to do something while we were in one of these places? Because it's not like we're never going to go back to them. We will be returning to some places we've been to in the past.
Absolutely.
Because you can't see everything. So give us some hints down below and let us know what you think.
So what are some of your top destinations for 2024?
Yeah, where have you been? What did you do? Give us some ideas of where to go in years in the future.
We love ideas.
Absolutely, because we're not giving this life up anytime soon.
Nope.
So do us a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever we put out new videos. Usually it's every Sunday, late afternoon, early evening, depending on your time zone, where you're at. And we really appreciate you coming along with us on our journey.
Yep, we're very aware that there's a ton of YouTube channels out there, especially with RVing, and we are just so blessed that you choose to come along with us, and we thank you for that.
Yep, thank you very much, and we will see you guys next week.